Honestly, how you doing? Many thanks for joining us today. This is City Stand, and of course, Michael Dekunle. We appreciate all our esteemed viewers for staying glued to the channel. We say thank you for your support. We really appreciate your consistency. It is the 23rd of October 2025. We are right here at Ogba, Lagos, Nigeria, reaching you live. All right, to Blessed Jasmine, we say good morning to you. Welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us this Thursday morning. Thank you so much. We have the Vanguard newspaper with us this morning. Ugo, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your presence here. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. The Vanguard newspaper is here, like I said earlier on. We shall be looking at the stories on its front page. All right. On insecurity, the Niger State Governor Bago has told residents to defend themselves. Defend yourself. That's what Governor Bago of Niger State told his people, and he has vowed never to negotiate or pay ransom to bandits. The governor has vowed never to negotiate, dialogue, or pay ransom to terrorists in the state. All right, let's see what happens at the end of the day if the state will be able to, live up to these reports that we have here. We move on to another story on top of the paper. ISWAP terror threats. We discussed this yesterday. ISWAP terror threats. Ondo Kogi governments reassure citizens of safety. This is on page 5. For campaign, a divine project, mass movement, says Governor of Anambra Soludo. Says their campaign, a divine project, mass movement, says the governor of the state. I'm talking about Soludo. On to the next one. Still on insecurity, you have it on page 8 of the Vanguard. State complicity fueling religious killings in Nigeria, say faith leaders. On the Electoral Act, we have on page 9, was saying burden of proof in election matters must shift to INEC. Burden of proof in election matters must shift to INEC, says Senate. On to the next one. Aliko Dangote to sell 10% stake in refinery on MGX. You can go to page 19 to see more of this. And we have on ASU. ASU has suspended warning strike. You have it in the news this morning. ASU has suspended warning strike. Give federal government 1 month ultimatum. 1 month ultimatum has been given to the federal government of Nigeria. ASU has finally suspended strike. On insecurity, defend yourselves. Governor Bago charges Niger residents. This is on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Defend yourself. For how long shall we continue to defend ourselves in Nigeria? For how long? That's the question we are asking. Please drop your comments in the comment section regarding what we are discussing this morning. It is very, very important to make your opinions known to the public. Let us know let us know your take on today's program. Don Kizzy is also here and is saying good morning, City Stand. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Okay, Jasmine Blessed is saying defend ourselves with what? Defend yourselves with what? With anything now. Anything you can use to defend yourself. All right, let's look at what it's on the screen. You have a major headline here, which we shall be looking at this morning together. What's it all about? If Tinubu fails, another president cannot succeed. I'm not the one that said this. This is coming from former Kaduna Central Senator Shehu Sani. If President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot succeed, if he fails, it simply means another president or future president cannot succeed in the country. All right, let us look at the story on this report. Why Shehu Sani said this. Shehu Sani is an extrovert. He has been on top of Nigeria's situation for some times now. He's a loud voice in the country. Now let's see what he said about Tinubu's administration. Former Kaduna Central Senator Shehu Sani has said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu bears a historic responsibility to reshape Nigeria's destiny, warning that his failure to deliver on his mandate could make it difficult for future president to succeed. Could make it difficult for future president to succeed. Speaking during a television interview on TVC, Sani described Tinubu's administration as a defining moment in Nigeria's political journey. He said the president has a unique opportunity to reshape and reconfigure the destiny of this country, adding that his performance will either strengthen or weaken the nation's political foundation. And apart from that, we still have another story we'll be looking at this morning. This is coming from the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. And what did he say? Nigeria's elections better since PDP left power. Let us have your own take on this. Is it true that Nigeria's election is better now than when PDP was in power? We shall be looking at it. Let us get your own response as regards this. Senate President Godswill Akpabio says Nigeria's electoral process has witnessed remarkable improvements since the People's Democratic Party (PDP) left power in 2015. Speaking during Wednesday's plenary session, as the Senate debated a bill seeking to repair the Electoral Act 2022 and introduce a new electoral bill, blah, 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 blah. All right. All this will be looked into this morning. Also, in the eastern parts of the country, we have a story there concerning Nnamdi Kanu. Was all about Nnamdi Kanu this morning. Nnamdi Kanu enters defense. Yeah, it's on our dailies. Nnamdi Kanu enters a defense list. Wike Umahi Brotai, that's the former chief of army staff. Others as witness list: Wike FCT minister Brotai, Umahi former governor of Ebonyi as witnesses. All right, we shall look at this as well. Morning, guys. Morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the program once again.
Good morning, Adekunle Michael. Good morning to all our esteemed viewers across the world. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. So Mrs. Tina in California, say good morning to you. Yeah, she has been rendering help, for some times now, for over how many months now. I will say a big thank you to you. Thank you so much. We are very, very grateful. Yeah. And to others who have been supporting us as well, we say thank you to all of you. All of you. We appreciate. Thank you. Defend yourselves. That is what the governor of Niger State is telling his people. But there is something very important they said here, which we've been going against. That's dialoguing with bandits, negotiating with them. Has vowed never to negotiate with bandits or pay ransom to them. What do you have to say?
Mike, I think it has become very funny that we need to live with insecurity. It has become a welcome development in this part of the world. And coming from a governor who is also the chief security officer in a state that houses top generals in the country, it tells you that it has become an issue where the government cannot be able to tackle it, even with their ransom paid. We have always understood it very well, clearly, that at this point now, I wish they should arrest the governor or place him under house arrest for making that. Yes, for making that statement. Yes, I'm telling you,
it's not the first time.
A lot of Nigerians who called for self-defense are in prison currently now. We saw Danjuma, the same thing. Those people should be in prison.
Christopher Musa also said it.
Yes, they should be in prison. Because anybody, I wonder why they are not in prison for opening their mouth to say that they should defend themselves, that Nigerians should defend themselves. These are some of the things we need to understand, that we can never be one in this country. There's no two ways about it. Let us stop pretending over what is going on. Even this governor, Bago, himself, you should be able to know that for some time now, this issue of insecurity have become something Nigeria. It has become a global discourse currently now, where it's being discussed almost in every part of the world. So, what is he saying now that the people of Niger State should defend themselves? So, where is the position of the government? What is the government doing about it? This statement for me is very suspicious because they are the people, they knows who is involved, and they should stop pretending. These are some of the statements when you look at, they are just trying to paint another picture and present another thing entirely. They are aware there's a conquest going on in Nigeria. They are 100% aware. But now you can see now how funny Nigerian government is. They cannot go after them. Danjuma went to United States of America and reported that there is a grand plan by Fulanis to take over Middle Belt. And he called for self-defense. The government did not go after him for opening his mouth to say that. But some Nigerians who insisted that people should defend themselves to an extent that Danjuma himself established a military. He's not in jail. He's not in prison. This one, now that's what I'm saying. For opening his mouth to say this, he should be placed under house arrest. Because what you did to another person, what is happening, is it not the same thing? So these northern governors, I don't take them serious. I don't take them serious. So when they make this call, for me, it is very suspicious and it is cosmetic. That is not actually what they mean. They just play along to the gallery, but behind the scene, they are the one powering these Fulanis everywhere to kill and disalive people and possibly take over their communities.
All right, I'm still coming back to you, gentleman Mike. Is this a sustainable solution to banditry? And do you agree with Governor Bago that citizens should take up arms and defend themselves against banditry?
Thank you, Michael. I think it's very frightening, that position that is coming from. Of course, it's not the first person stating it categorically in that manner that the people should defend themselves. But it's worrisome, if you ask me. Our constitution is clear that the security and the welfare of the people shall be the primary responsibility of government. So 14 to be of our constitution as amended stated very clearly that it's a primary responsibility of government to make sure that the people are secured. It shows one thing, that the constitutionally recognized apparatus for security has collapsed. That is the direct meaning of that statement, that the people should now defend themselves. And the next question should be that with what? They should defend themselves with what? They should defend themselves with sticks or cutlass in the face of AK-47 or AK-40 whatever. So it is clear that those in leadership are fast failing the system or fast failing the people. And it is very, very worrisome that in spite of the humongous amount that is being voted for security, each of these governors has what we call security votes that they pocket from time to time in the name of ensuring that there is security within their domain. Yet they have pushed the responsibility to the people now to defend themselves. What it simply means, Michael, is that the people are on their own. Even though I, the governor, the chief security officer of this state, I can no longer guarantee your security. That means you are on your own. Michael, it is worrisome. It is frightening. I'm very disappointed.
All right, whether we like it or not, I think it's directly or indirectly telling them to take up arms. And if you're saying that, don't you think this could escalate the crisis on ground?
Mike, taking up arms, when you say citizens should take up arms, what do you actually mean? Where we have the Nigerian military, we have or whatever it takes to subdue. What does it actually mean? What is telling you that Nigeria is no longer working? That the system is no longer working? we are heading towards total collapse. So everybody should prepare. And in the midst of that, where you see citizens, I don't know how many citizens can be able to buy AK-47 or AK-49, or you carry a SPG launcher bomber or missile. How many? These guys are coming with the most sophisticated weapon ever. And you are saying they should go and defend themselves. Look at how they are killing even ordinary hunters that went to bush to secure their communities. They wipe them away. And when they are coming, okay, look at the alert now that is Oshu and some other states. You understand, right? Mike, unfortunately, when we say some of these things here, no, it's not a laughing matter. They don't take us serious. They say, you are talking. It's coming. Bros, it's coming. I don't know how long we continue to pretend over it and continue to paint it. It's coming. When you watch them announce it, when the guy mentioned, I told you that they are about rounding up with Benue, the next target is Port Harcourt. And what are they doing now? They are busy sharing money and looting money, corrupting the system the more. They don't know what they can see. All the generals, they don't even care. Nobody cares for anything. Nigerian military has been weakened, but the political actors, they are no longer active. I have to say it. Everybody is just about his own pockets. Look at the population. How many people in Niger State? And Niger State has suffered so much on the issue that has to do. But it is not bandits. Bandits are creation of the Nigerian media. That's why we are having problems. They were not able to report exactly what is happening. Boko Haram, jihadists, they are jihadists. There's nothing like bandits. Go and check the dictionary meaning of bandit. What the bandit mean? That's why we are having problem with Nigerian media. This is conquest. Go and look at the dictionary meaning of bandit. There's nothing, there's no connection at all. But you see, when they bring this brown envelope, the Nigerian media compromise it. They'll tell you it's bandits. What do you mean by bandits? This is pure conquest. Okay, forget this picture they are painting and all that. Okay, who is going to? The people you are saying that they should go and defend themselves are the people that are already carrying out the conquest. When they are done with their community, the advice, it has come now. He said, okay, it might take less than 6 months now. You see, all those places now, they have told you will go on flames. I'm telling you, it is coming. And they have already stated it. So instead of rallying around and keep on this thing, I said it very clearly. The only solution today is for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to return Nigeria immediately into regionalism.
And the attack be prevented?
Yes. Yes. You know what? No, let me tell you. I listened to Gani Adams before now. That was how many years ago when Gani Adams was talking about this. I was in a excellence hotel where he delivered that lecture. And what he said there made a lot of sense to me. Because most of these guys might be having a direct intelligence report we might not be able to have access to. When you return Nigeria to regionalism, what does it mean? That means every region will fortify him or herself. There will be territories, there will be boundaries. There will be territories, there will be boundaries. Nigeria has gotten to that level that, you know, we are beginning to face it. Because, see, we are not the one that's going to do it. Because I know Sabi shoot girl, I know Sabi do anything. So how am I going to be trained in less than 1 week to go and start defending my community? How many policemen am this thing? Now, Nigeria is under police already. So how are you going to do it? Return Nigeria to journalism. So some of this, if you are trying to, okay, like Nigeria now, as for instance, as a sovereign nation, before anything can enter Nigeria airspace, they have to take permission. And before any bandit can access any forest, currently now enter inside the community, kill people, take over the communities, impose levy on them. It will not, such thing will not be allowed if we return Nigeria to regionalism. Every region will map out strategies. Then if they say, okay, without this thing, they are coming, then you know they have declared war. But this thing they are pretending under one Nigeria, and they are infiltrating, using politics, using other means to conquer a region. That's why it was being reported that these political parties are terrorist organizations.
On the issue of Gani Adams, you just talked about, this man has been telling the Southwest governors to give him opportunity, give him the chance, to tackle this crisis. I don't know why they refuse to listen. They refuse to listen to him. Why?
Sunday Bo?
No, Gani Adams.
Yes, maybe
trying to.
Nobody will tell me anything. Gani Adams, he has been. I think I mentioned this several on this place. He went as far as calling for Southwest security meeting.
Yeah.
And he outlined, I stated very clearly that there are already Boko Haram cells.
He said he's capable of dealing with them.
100%. You know what? Yes, but you see now, when you look at this kind of a thing, and you know that these people, somebody like that, is highly capable. Not only the capacity, he has
men on ground.
Not for you. He has men on ground. So why is the government not looking towards that direction? Okay, look at what happened in Ikorodu. Can remember? And when he stepped in, everything. So, Mike, the leadership of Nigeria is suspicious. Everything about Nigeria is suspicious.
Gentlemen, this is someone that has been telling government to give him chance, to deal with this situation. What's stopping the governors?
Well, I think it's not a bad idea to look in that direction, even though it's a non-conventional approach. But if some results can be achieved from it, just the way we gave our waterways to the Tompolo now for its security. Unfortunately, so when we have our navies who cannot get the job done for whatever reason, we may also look at non-conventional means in that direction, since these bandits or these elders, in some instance, are in their forests. So we can look in that direction, and Gani Adam already has men in villages, in those localities and all of that. So they can partner with the normal, conventional security agencies to flush out some of these guys from our forests. But why government is not looking in that direction, they will be in the position to tell us, because it's about getting results. If you feel some results have been gotten by allowing Tantita securities to look after our waterways, to curb those that are taking out our oil and all of that, we can begin to work with locals, of which Gani Adams, the Ayo Onokakafo, has been on ground for years now in every localities. Government can partner with such body to flush out the bandits of our force.
All right, to the comment section, we left a comment. Says it marvels me when I hear some kind of statement in Nigeria. How many common Nigeria can afford AK-47 or 3 million naira to defend themselves? Jasmine Blessed says Southeast has to be very careful. They only keep Mazin Namdekano in DSS so that they can perfect their evil plans in that region. Go on, Abdul says, I so much like Onyeze for saying the truth. Mike, all right, thank you so much. All right, Daniel Imechi, you're welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. Our division is the way to go. Let everyone go in Mama house. I'm tired of bad news from that British factory called Nigeria.
I'm telling you,
Jasmine,
I'm telling you, Mike, it's no longer funny. Well, it's not.
I don't even know how they feel when they wake up to hear or to see bad news in the country. I'm talking about the aspirants.
Yes, they feel really bad. Honestly, they feel really bad, and it's not even a bad news per se. Coming often and on, people dying often and on. Since close to six, there's no week you will not see hear people are being killed in Benue, people are being killed in so place. Okay, imagine the former governor of Benue State, Autumn, coming out live to even accuse that Saudi Arabia and Iran are sponsoring all these people in Nigeria. What did the government do? What did they do? A former governor coming out to say that. So why not run away and save lives instead of us continue in this contraption? Return Nigeria to Aburi. Return Nigeria to regionalism. That's simple. Let us see who is coming to invade any region and say he's a Fulani man or he's a jihadist or whatever. Then you in that region, go and practice whatever that pleases you.
All right, away from that, let me quickly go back to what Shehu Sani said yesterday. If Tinubu fails, another president can't succeed. You heard what I said yesterday. If Tinubu fails, another president cannot succeed. He said that Tinubu bears a historic responsibility to reshape Nigeria's destiny, warning that his failure to deliver on his mandate could make it difficult for future president to succeed. He said this on TVC yesterday. But is it right by saying that if Tinubu fails, another president cannot succeed? Will Nigeria's future now depend on whether Tinubu succeed or fail?
I think we need to understand what he's trying to say there and look at it very well and be able to digest it. Recently, Shehu Sani has been, I think he's seeking for a political relevance more, and
that's why he has been speaking out.
Yes, you can see he has actually moved a bit from the advocacy for the masses directly and beginning to come very with reality. So it's not as direct as he used to be. You understand? Then when he was in that circle of Gani Adams, Gani Fayemi, sorry, you understand what I mean? Yeah. So he's already using a way now to see if he can gain political relevance and maybe possibly contest for governor and get the presidential blessing on top of it. So that's why he is making that diplomatic. And of course, that wouldn't be correct if he says so, that our destiny is tied to Tinubu's administration. I think what he's trying to say at this point is that it is not yet Eldorado, and for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has been a progressive, all this while getting to the position of being a leader in Nigeria, that a lot of things was being anchored and attached in synergy with what he stood for as a progressive. So and if you look at it from another angle, it then means if he didn't actually get it right, then how do we now factor another leader who came from the progressive circle? You understand what I mean?
Did he get it right in Lagos when he was the governor?
I wouldn't say he got it right in Lagos, but I can say that he was able to identify destinies. He was able to identify go-getters, and handed over that covered his failure as governor for 8 years. I can tell you, the only thing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu established in Lagos that are giving credit is that the LCD he created was able to cushion, the burden of the population in Lagos and trying to bring the government, more to the locals.
More to the locals.
Yes, I think I give him credit for that LCD.
But has he been able to show that on the national scale?
No, for now, for now, it's very questionable. Yes, very questionable. His leadership at the national level is still very much questionable. Because yes, it might be a unit. Lagos might be a unit of the federal, and we expected that you bring in more high-profile technocrats at that national level than using your Lagos boys to take over the whole structure of the federal system of government. You know, they might not be able to give you because it's a more bigger responsibility now, and you need to bring in people who are tested both globally and internationally. You look at Femi Adesina. I say, from that guy, you know, you get people, Nigerians who are abroad, who are sophisticated enough, who can be able to defend, even things, they can part a strategy, they can defend policies both home and abroad. But if you look at these boys, you know, they were all political conversation. So you cannot be able to say clearly, you know, that the impact of the likes of these people who are loyal to him. Of course, that's what Tinubu know how best to do. He rewards loyalty without any reservation. You understand? But that does not mean that, you know, other people cannot come in and add fresh air and fresh bread, you know, and be able to come up with policies that can have a direct impact. We need more of, yes, within that cabinet, we need more of technocrat than loyal political actors. So that's why you see that his government is wobbling 24 hours. I see, Mike, even you as the anchor of this program, there are certain things you would do if you are not decisive, it begin to have a multiplying effect on this. Bola Ahmed Tinubu need to be decisive. Mike, you know why I said that Southern presidency is being seen as a more sophisticated presidency than this North?
You've been saying that.
Then how would you justify that when you say that the Southerners are sophisticated than the North? Then how do we not justify that? I know how many governors are saying that we should defend themselves. All the security meeting, emergency meeting and all that. But what are saying? Then they are telling you they are coming to Kogi and also Ondo and the rest of them. Yes, we should understand very clearly. And secondly, you know, his economic policies, you know, is beginning to have a direct damage. Everything, you know, because you came in when Nigeria was about I think 70 something or 60 something trillion debt. Now we are talking about 150 something in less than 2 years, and we are not seeing the direct impact. But sack these people. I said sack them. Go outside like BDP did. Okay, forget the paparazzi. Yeah, we still know that up to today, some of the hands that PDP brought into their leadership are being recognized and celebrated around the world today. They are Nigerians. Go outside and bring people who are equal to the task. Leave these loyal Lagos boys who are surrounding you. They are not adding anything. They are not bringing anything apart from tribal politics. That's what they are playing, looking for. Okay, imagine a situation where Obi has participated in that protest. He would have been arrested. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because who is going to advise you? Who is going to... if you arrest you, what will you do? You go to prison. You go. The man is already standing there to say you. You can see the way.
He's an influential person.
With influence when it comes to this issue now. This influence, they will use one thing to hold him. They will form one child to hold him. As simple as that. But I wonder. Okay, yes, they will look the other way. I saw it very clearly under Jonathan. When Jonathan was supposed to apprehend and arrest Buhari, he was laughing. That's so long.
I'm still coming back to you. Just one mic. Does Shehu Sani's statement reflect genuine concern or political sympathy for Tinubu's government?
I think his statement is meaningless.
That if Tinubu fails, another president cannot succeed.
It's meaningless to me. I've tried to reason out what exactly it meant before making that statement. I couldn't really find any. That statement is meaningless. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu fail as Bola Ahmed Tinubu fail on its own, whatever policies he put in place, he will be judged. He will be assessed based on based on his actions and his inactions and all of that. So if it shouldn't be the yardstick for performance. Bola Ahmed Tinubu shouldn't be the epitome of performance to have warranted such statement that if he fails, another person cannot succeed. That statement is wrong. It is politics taken too far, in my view, and I think it's coming from somebody I so much respect, like Shehu Sani. I think it's unfortunate. Just like Oyege said, perhaps he's looking for more relevance within this administration. That is making him not to ponder on issues properly before he makes a statement.
All right, to the comment section, Tadimola Joseph says, if I can be secured and well protected in another man's country, if I can be secured and well protected in another man's country, but scared and not protected in my own country, it's a shame. What a shame. Williams Okameme, Oyeze, your president, Tinubu, will be the last person to bring Nigeria to regional state, not religion, regional state, because of the resources in the southeast. The same was said about Buhari. If Buhari cannot fix it, nobody can. The general without case. ETC, this is coming from GOA. And that says Tinubu till 2031. GOA continue. The Keke Marwa is evidence. The bat didn't get it right. Indian tricycle for urban transport. James Manu was saying all these praise singers like Sani said same when Buhari was in power. And Jasmine Blessed says there is no problem. Oh, there's no problem, Oga. If you wish to rule to 2038, and all I know, it will only be a ruler and not a leader. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I really appreciate your contribution. Welcome to the program this morning.
I'm sorry.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. I'm saying good morning, our global viewers on Succeed-Shehu. They are most welcome to this analysis, and I'm praying, say good morning to our global viewers who have been blessing us as well. Mrs. Tina and the rest of them, God bless you. I'll come out to Mr. Mike. They are most welcome. I remain my humble self, Mr. Ojolaji. You are welcome to this morning analysis. Good morning.
I say good morning to all our viewers across the globe. We say thank you for joining us once again on City-Stand. May God continue to be with you. Thank you very much.
Is Nigeria's destiny too dependent on individual? Don't you think it should be dependent on? Don't you think it should depend on institutions? The statement of Shehu Sani that if Tinubu fails, it will be difficult for any other president or future president to succeed. How would you describe this?
It depends on both. It depends on institution. It depends on individuality as well. It's both. If Shehu Sani says if President Tinubu fails, no other Nigerian can succeed, I'm an exception to that statement. I'm an exception to that statement. That's what I'm saying. It depends on both individual and institution. As an individual, I know if I think that I take over that matter of leadership, I will perform. I mean, I like some of the excesses, some of the flaws of I will not go into that extent of making such mistakes. So as an individual, I will perform better, credibly, because I've seen some flaws in what he did that I will not go into. That will excuse myself, I will never go into it. So number one, that's the based on individual and institution. Institution is saying that by the time we begin to succeed in a particular project, we will now become an institution. People will now begin to study and look at how have we been able to do it to succeed in this also area. That's how you now become an institution. You become yourself an institution, baby. By the time people need to take record of your success, your blessing, your breakthrough in some areas of life, people need to pay attention to you. It's a mic. It's an anchor of a seed program of a platform, and that got millions of viewers all over the world. They're not going to study Mr. Mike. How was he able to go about doing that task successfully? That's how you become institution directly. You're not the one promoting yourself as a celebrity. You're not the one promoting yourself as an individual, but it become a institution unannounced, indirectly. So people not need to study how you wake up early in the morning, how you take time to go to your other journalists and see the online you bring about, how you conduct the interview, how you manage. It now become an institution on its own. So that's why I'm saying it based on both individual and institutional. But I take exception that Shehu comment that no other person will succeed. No, I will succeed. Maybe he will fail if he become president. Yes, maybe he will fail. I will succeed if I become president. And like I said also, when people begin to study how I succeed in that project of mine, they begin to I become institution indirectly that they want to study. I begin to now emulate, copy some of those good things I've done. So that's my position on that statement.
All right, it will be difficult for future president to succeed if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu fails. But can one man's administration or government determine whether other presidents will succeed or fail?
First of all, that statement sounds like a curse to me, to Nigerians. That without Tinubu, no other president can succeed again. Having said that, let's go to, I don't know what you really mean by saying that, because Tinubu, Nigeria is bigger than Tinubu.
Yes.
And president can come from anywhere. A good president can come from anywhere. A good president can come from north, he can come from south. The issue of Niger Delta was resolved by a northerner, Fulani man, for that matter. So what are we talking about? But if you want to say about how Tinubu is being, I mean, somebody that have his own ideology of reforming this country, and fire is burning in him, that makes sure that he restructured this country in a particular form. Like immediately he came, talk about the immediate granting of local government autonomy, creation of state police, and some other things, and issue of tax, whatever, that he's trying to do now. So when you look at his body language, maybe because he saw Tinubu as somebody that has this passion, the passion for restructuring, and maybe that's why I think there will be no other person that can. But I think he made a mistake. You can see somebody else from any other, can be from southeast, it can be from north, it can be from southwest, also full of energy and passion to turn this country around. When we are talking about turning this country around, it has so many, I mean, aspects. We have political aspect of it, we have economic aspect of it, we have security aspect of it. So I don't want to believe with him, and I'm not concord with that statement. Our destiny is not tied to one person. Yes. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I disagree.
Yes. All right, the solution to insecurity now is like the best solution is to take up arms. That's what we've been hearing for some time now. Remember that CDS Musa told us to
Defend ourselves.
No, he didn't say take up, defend ourselves.
Yes.
That's what they said.
Yes.
Governor Bago now is telling
Defend
citizens
themselves.
to defend themselves.
Again. That's the word again.
And so this is coming from the governor. So what does it mean to you?
Mr. Meg, any researcher who wants to research to go back to the archives of Citizen,
And if he's telling you to defend yourself, what
Mr. Meg, my God, very
can you
good,
defend yourself
very
with
good,
God's blow?
very good
By
question,
throwing punches.
Mr. Meg, very good question. Any follower of this system, and who is research oriented, go back to archive of the system and see what have been position on this matter. Thank God, the government Bago is now saying what I've been saying over the years, that the first line of defense of any community in Samai is the indigenous people of that land. This is Oba. The nearest place is Erifako, Agege, Ododu, Ikeja. All these areas, they are surrounding the suburb of Oba. Mr. Mike, if the inhabitants of those areas are the indigenous people of that area, if they get up and take care of their security, the first line of action that they are the people that consider themselves to security institution of their land, of their indigenous community. Any issue that coming from outside the area, they will pass through one community or the other when they get to their home. And they will meet people on ground before you will be asking police army to come and support you. So they will be the first line of action to challenge, to oppose, to resist these killers. So it's the best, that's what I've been saying. The moment you are able to do that, first line of defense, the indigenous people of the indigenous land, let them come themselves to institution, whether you call it vigilante whatsoever. Mr. Man, when there's a whip, there will be way. You are asking me, would I defend myself with punches, the blow? The people, when there's a whip, when there's a whip, there will be whip. There will be some opposition that will come in their way. But how the bandits, this one, how they come about their weapon? Was it against them? So there's some things you want to show in the public. But when there's a will, there will be way. The way will be open to many. How these people get what they get to defend themselves. So whether you call it official or unofficial, that's what it's because how we explain the arms in the hands of Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, ISWAP, bandits, and the rest of them. Well, so instead of saying official or unofficial, when there's with the so I'm in support of what that governor said. By the time people of the people of Islam rise up to defend themselves, there will be way that what they use to defend themselves will come their way. Whichever way you can think about it, I want to know. And whichever they can, yes, because if my life is at point of being taken over, I've been killed by external forces, and the state country could not do anything. Whenever I'm able to do my hand upon to defend myself, it's justified, Mr. Mike. Whether officially or unofficially, after the people that come to invade us, they are in position of something in their hand, whether officially or unofficially. So the issue of how did you get the bicycle will not come up. When the state president that was charged to defend me has failed the CBC. So I'm now allowed to defend myself. That means I can lay my hands upon, because they lay their hands upon something which is also used to kill me, attack me. So if I also lay my hands on something to defend me, officially or unofficially, it's not a problem. So like, that's the point. Because what the state policy is doing, I'm not arresting them from where they get their own weapon, their own thing. Nobody, they're silent about them. So we now be questioning how I get my own. You can't question me on that. It's for people to have ensure that they don't have access to it. So if you are failing doing that, whichever I get my own too, it's not a question to be debated, to be asked. Don't ask me that question. How do I get my own? How did the people that come to attack me, how do they get their own? Yes, you have to attack that one first. Because you're asking me how do I get my own. That's what I'm saying. Once there's a will, there will be way. Once there's a will that indigenous people want to defend their land, what they wish to defend themselves will come naturally to them. God will make sure they are also provided with what they require. So instead of not asking me how you get it, instead of it's a stupid question.
How will God provide it for them? Will it fall from heaven?
How do they get their own? Devil provided for them to be committing evil. Devil provided when they are using for them. God in his own mercy, people want to do it. We also provide their own for them in a godly way. That's how it is.
I'm coming back to you. According to the governor, Bago, it has reached a point in the state where people must stand up and defend themselves.
Yes.
And he said he will not pay ransom to any bandit. He has vowed not to pay ransom or even negotiate with them.
Yes.
But if Bago's son is kidnapped today, won't he pay ransom to bandits? Any of his children?
That question sounds somehow. He may be forced to do what you don't want to do. There are some conditions that will force you. Or ordinarily, it's not what you want to do. But if it's happen like that, you may not have option. Especially if you look at every option available on your table. The worst is the one you. The best one is the one you don't like. You have no option. You are talking about your own son here now. Now let's talk about the statement of Bago. This is not the first time we are hearing something like defend yourself. Even we have heard some top military hierarchy telling us that defend yourself. We have heard this man from Taraba, T.Y. Danjuma, telling some people to defend themselves. But one clause that baffles me about this statement is that when they say we should defend ourselves, when we defend ourselves to some points, they still find us culpable. We try to defend ourselves. Or how do you want to describe the case of Sunday Jackson in Adamawa that was attacked by Fulani and he tried to retaliate, defend himself with the same dagger, not his own dagger, the same dagger Fulani used to tap him. He used it to tap, Fulani, and the Fulani died. And the man was sentenced to death. How else can you still look at the word defend yourself? That means when I see somebody want to attack me, I can attack too. So this Bago, is he ready to go and defend anybody in the court of law in this kind of a situation. That I'm the one that I give them my word to go and defend themselves. If I carry my gun now and I see that Fulani invaded my farm, they are trying to attack me, then I shoot them. Then they find out that the Fulani died on my farm. We police concur with the word. We don't stand with their word. We Bago stand by the sword in the presence of police that I'm the one that give them chance to protect themselves. And let me tell you, it's happening in some area. Let's be fair. The case that happened in Kwara State, we have seen here is some JTF. I think maybe Bago need to stand up more than talking alone. Organize vigilante, train them. There are some areas that vigilante has to register with government with that area. So, but if it is matter of individual that you can't defend yourself, okay, you may be on your own. If you go and kill Fulani, I think the only governor that can. Have you ever listened to any southern governor utter that kind of statement? Or anybody from south give order to defend yourself? They will not be able to do so. The only best thing we are able to do was creating a Amatekun, which was registered with government, and I think I like that approach. But if you kill Fulani man today, say Fulani want to attack you, number one, you are not safe from government. Number two, you are not safe from reprisal attack. Just take it or leave it. If you kill one Fulani now and you say it is that Fulani that first of all shoot you, maybe he shoot you in the leg, you go and report yourself in the police station, they will detain you. That is the truth of the matter. That is what is happening. So what Bago is saying, it sounds good, but can I stand by it when it become wala? If I see Fulani man want to attack me, I attack him first, and the Fulani man die or he sustain injury, and they report me to police station. Will Bago defend me? That is the problem. That is my concern.
All right, away from that, let's quickly look at what Godswill Akpabio said yesterday in the House. He said PDP, our election under APC is better than PDP. We don't know if this assessment is objective or it's just going political jabs to opposition. But is it true? Is American that our election now is better than that better than the era of the People's Democratic Party?
Akpabio is talking from both sides of his mouth. Remember when was the government? Was the PDP governor? It wasn't 2007 to 2015. It was since an APC governor. He was PDP governor. Yeah. So if the election that brought him to power, I mean to spend two terms in office, was not good, will he have won? So Akpabio is talking from both sides of the mouth. He's a politician who lacks sense of sincerity and reality of the truth of the matter. He's only talking of what to defend the position he is president as Senate president under APC. As a governor of PDP, Akwa Ibom State, 2 tenure, he won his election. 2 tenure under PDP government of the election that was conducted by PDP government. So, if there's any worst thing we have ever experienced in the history of Nigeria, it was under APC, Mr. Mike. It was when Buhari came to power that the price of everything in Nigeria went up beyond the reach of Nigeria, beyond the income of every Nigeria. So APC government was not if you compare that tenure with what PDP did, the election process under PDP is still fairer than what we had under APC. Whereas under APC, you begin to have, you see, really amazing people that you find it difficult to defend. Economic is not improving. The cost of living is excessively high. The standard of living has dropped. Any income of people has dropped considerably. What can you talk about the APC government that you can say it is from 2015 that prices of things changed under Buhari? It's calculated the price of everything in Nigeria. Price of everything can take up went up. So higher under Buhari from up to the present day we have. So the time election is talking about is not better under APC, but fairer under it was not good under PDP, but fairer than what we are having now under APC. APC is a government that is not encouraging to all the parties have been in power. Yeah, but it is much worse under APC now.
Has it truly improved since PDP left power?
There is no evidence to that. I can't. There's no evidence to justify that, to substantiate that. Actually, during the
progression
PDP,
of rivers and all of that.
yeah, all of them are still
Technologies.
from good back to Rogers. Or where do they so it's all of them? It's still the same thing.
Stories upon stories.
Story upon story. It's still the same thing. Actually, we witnessed a lot of massive rigging elections during PDP, but we saw a sophisticated one during PDP.
During APC.
Yeah, during APC rather. The typical example was the one they conducted in Osun State, inconclusive. Have you forgotten the blow of it conclusive?
It started under APC.
Yes, I never hear inconclusive election in my life. So inconclusive blow knockout was given them in Osun State. It was started in Kogi State during when that man died. How do inconclusive, and before you call that Robinson, we see blow everywhere. So although PDP don't conduct, I don't give them credit in that area, because we know how Pius also took over Ekiti that time. It was a brigadier approach, full ground, every soldier take over everywhere. They remove the sitting governor, but we have not seen different thing during this APC. And APC, they are street criminal. They look for the best way to nail you, and you will not be able to even come out of that place. PDP that time, if you feel that somebody stole your mandate, you can go to court and reclaim your mandate. I could remember President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reclaim about maybe 5 states through court. I'm not sure anybody can do that one now under APC. If they cut your head, nothing you can do. If they keep you locked, go to court. They are waiting for you. There is Kekere Echo in the court. We will just clear you in that place. Case closed.
There is a new report, a new development. I don't know if it has been passed, but I think they just contemplation on it.
Body of proof election.
Yeah. The body of proof election
will be shift INEC.
Must be moved to INEC.
Mr. Mike, it's a credit.
Would that be a?
It's a credit. It's a incredible development.
Yeah.
Yes, because now
if it is implemented.
Yeah, because it's not the contestant that will not be able to approve the election is rigged. Contestants only have the results for the polling booth in their hands, as against what INEC collated. Every now INEC will not be the one come and prove that this election was conducted in a credible way. Come and prove it. Come and put it on here. I have
not the contestant.
Not the contestant. Mr. Mike, every polling booth they issue a result signed by party agents and the INEC official, of which each party has its own copy. When they collect this result together, they will see that it's different from what INEC now collects at the collation center. When you now see collation of result, what INEC collected at the collation center, different from what is obtainable, what was obtained at the polling booth. INEC will not be forced to come and tell us the difference of this one you collected for the one each party contestant is having through their agent. INEC come and prove that this election is credible. When the burden of proof is shifted to INEC will now to develop a more sophisticated way of rigging in favor of the incumbent passing power. Because unlike the flagrant way of doing it, they will dare go to court. It won't be so again, because every party agent, every party will have result of the result for the polling booth and can tender is. So if you differ from what INEC collects now, INEC will not be the one come and tell us where you reject this war, you collect them and you do the fair result. So it's a good development that I'm thinking that it will give us, it make our vote count. But that is not mean that INEC will not develop a more stricter way of beating that decision. But that's the one they are the one that will handle it. So they may be thinking of how smarter way to shift the real election in favor of the party in power. But it's not be easy. It won't be as easy thing as they have been doing it, flagrantly doing it, and then you go to court. They know it is you that come and prove how the election is rigged. But now the INEC will come and prove the credibility of that election is consulted. So that's my opinion on that.
Would this be in favor of the ruling party or the opposition?
Mr. Michael, within the small brain I have here, I'm still processing what positive impact will it have, or how will it automatically mean that we are going to have a credible election. So far, we still have an INEC that is controlled by presidents, paid by presidents. So when you now say all the burden, of legal process, so we shifted upon them, rest of us, they will be overstressed. The INEC legal department will be overstressed with the legal tussle, and it will give them chance to manipulate more. I don't think I'm still processing it. I don't know what positive impact will it have towards achieving a credible election. And I've been telling you that don't expect any cogent, reform, electoral reform under this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They will not want to do that. Do you expect somebody to shoot himself in the leg? I don't expect any cogent electoral reform that will lead to transparent election, because with transparent election they may not be able to win. And they like darkness more than light. It is through darkness that they can perpetrate their evil. If the day break like this, anybody say that is the truth of the matter. So I don't believe that this thing will have any positive impact on our electoral process.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning, our most revered viewers. It's good to be here.
Do you agree with Akpabio that our elections have improved since PDP left power? Do you agree with him?
I will not agree with him. The only time I experienced, that semblance of transparency in our electoral system was, when Yar'Adua came on board in 2007, he admitted that the system that brought him, the election that brought him into power was faulty, and he promised to fix it. But unfortunately, he was not allowed to do it. But Jonathan did it in 2011. We also, how Jega was picked. You understand? Former INEC chairman. And we saw that Jonathan, was the only president from 1999 that signed an electoral reform bill. You understand? And then that same system removed him from power. You understand? But frankly speaking, since APC came on board, what we have been witnessing, is a system that they manipulate. You understand? Nigerians, we have seen the last election, even international observers condemn what they witnessed. You understand? There was no transparency. And that is what we keep seeing. And that, I can say, is responsible for voter apathy that we're witnessing. The confidence of Nigerians keeps going down. Nigerians can no longer trust the system. And that is why most Nigerians would rather stay at home than to come out to participate in voting. I can assure you it's just a political statement.
Is that a political statement, or it has really improved?
Well, so level, I think I agree with him. First and foremost, it was once the PDP, and why it was the PDP? 2007 was a performing governor. As a governor, and you can see today in Nigeria. When we talk about one of the good stadiums which we have in Nigeria today, that we use for our sports. Akpabio under his regime. Now, personally, him is under his own tenure. He was a good governor who delivered well. But when we talk about the election under PDP era in '99 compared to this era where we are now, the technology, now compared to then, the beavers and all these things that was introduced now, I would say it's another edge that which this very government have over the PDP era. And
what did it translate to credible elections?
To an extent, because I can't.
Innovations did it translate to credibility?
Yes, to an extent, because it cannot be 100%. Nigeria is still under development, and we are still trying to put so many things in order. Like the 2023 election that was conducted, in one way or the other, some people are still they still feel being cheated, being taken right on.
With all the glitches
with all the glitches. So definitely, I think with the way the INEC President INEC chairman is being appointed now, where we are everybody and figures on the deck. We are expecting much from him, and what he can also introduce and bring in to the electoral system to better the previous electoral system which we experienced in 2023, so that we can expect a good, credible election coming 2027. But the next thing I think maybe I would say that Akpabio is on point.
All right, don't you think Governor Bago's stance can escalate the crisis on ground in Niger State? He said he will not negotiate with bandits or pay ransom to them. Everybody should stand up and defend themselves.
You see, paying ransom to bandits is the reason why, kidnapping will always thrive. These guys will get this money you pay as ransom and they will buy more weapons. You understand? It has become a very lucrative business to them. You understand? I've always said that a governor being the chief security officer of the state is only on paper. You understand? They have zero power when it comes to securing their state because of the centralization of the centralized system that we practice, where all the security chiefs will need to take orders from Abuja before they act. They don't take orders from the governor. Bago has told Nigerians, I think 3 months ago or thereabout, that they know where these bandits are. You understand? Now, how can you say the people terrorizing you know where they are? And then government as an institution is the most strongest organization everywhere in the world. They have everything at their disposal, to clamp down on any, group of people that are terrorizing them. But we see these guys becoming more emboldened to attack communities, to attack people. In fact, most local government in Niger State has been taken over by bandits. That indigents of state are paying levy to bandits. Farmers paying levy to bandits. You can imagine, that's a failure of government. Where the primary aim of government is to protect lives and property and then the welfare of the people. So a situation where the people have resorted to paying levy to bandits so that they can be alive in an environment where there is government. You understand? It's something that should call for serious concern. Serious concern.
This is happening under the watch of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Oh, well, I think to an extent, he's making a point. Okay.
Your colleague is making a point. Who is making a point? Governor Bago?
No, I'm talking of Governor Bago.
Okay.
Okay. But the only area I would disagree with him is to say that all Nigeria should stand up and defend themselves. We should defend ourselves in which channel, which aspect? What should we use and defend ourselves? We've seen previous people have made mention of the same statement that we should defend ourselves. How should we defend ourselves? I want to say there is open door within the Nigeria Security Agency, and I will tell you, even what we experience in our local environment, you see even some local criminal within the environment, they have strong bond relationship with the so-called security agency.
How do you feel as this is happening under Tinubu's administration?
Well, I'm not surprised. It has been happening with other previous governments as well. During the PDP.
I'm not talking about the previous administration, Tinubu's government. How do you feel it is happening?
Yes, that is the point where I have to cry out to the Mr. President, because he needs to up his game and his his aggressiveness over this issue of insecurity.
You're not comfortable with it.
To an extent, I will tell you I'm not comfortable with
so
it.
Would you blame the president?
I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming him. It's proactive. It's not that maybe it's not proactive. But sometimes there are some issue that is so sensitive that you cannot just address with
kind of sensitivity
with force. That you need some diplomacy. That you need to apply into it. I think the Mr. President
should continue to pamper them. To pamper terrorists.
No, it is not an issue of pampering or dialogue with them. No. We are not saying dialogue with terrorism.
Risk the lives of Nigerians. What are you trying to tell us?
At this point where we are now, I think some policy from the military era, some mentality of the military era should just be introduced into this very government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because now the security agency have tried their possible best to make sure they curb.
But we have to for the first time. We have to for having staff. What are you trying to tell us again?
Yes, but I will tell you that this is a national conquest agenda about this insecurity and oppressment from
You're talking about military approach, right?
Yes.
In civilian rule.
I'm talking about,
but we have military chiefs.
I'm talking of some policy.
We have military men on ground.
Policy. I'm talking of policy.
Okay.
Some policy from the military regime need to be applied into this very government of democracy. Because when you look at Nigerian as a people, it seems so much we respect and we respect and we honor the military era. When you are asked to sit down there, instantly you obey. That in this democracy, the democracy has really given a room and an open door for so many corruption and atrocity we're doing around the country. So that's where I'm calling on the some aggressive approach from the Mr. President. I want to believe he has 100% authority over all the security agency, over the Nigerian Army and the Navy and the Air Force and so many not. They need to. We want to see some optimism or some patriotic from all so-called security agency. There are some open door within the security agency. To an extent, a bandit will be telling you so that they are coming to attack Benue State, so that they are coming to attack Kwara State, to attack on those states, and the Nigerian Army they have no solution to it. So this level, I'm telling you that the Mr. President just need to do what to up his temper and his game, and so give order. And we want to see those security agencies who are really capable to act into this. We cannot tell us that out of the 250-something millions of people, over minor people that are not to 2 million, they'll be taking us for granted. They are taking us ransom.
All right, away from that, if Tinubu fails, it will be difficult for another president to get it right. Shehu Sani, your take on it before you go.
Yeah, I think it's on point.
On point.
It's on
that
point.
If he fails,
yes.
Does it mean that Tinubu is the only credible?
To an extent, it's not the only president which we have. There are other intelligent and vibrant people to rule. Do you understand me? But looking about the integrity and the politics
What integrity are you talking about?
Shehu Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
All right.
Do you understand me? A lot of people in Nigeria, that's why a lot of people have shifted blame to the Mr. President that so far so good. As a president on ground now, among all people on key on politics in Nigeria, is far ahead of them, and they are believing Nigeria to have a free delivering, a positive delivering under this very government of Shehu Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because I want to believe he's capable to deliver Nigeria from all these difficulties and challenges which we are going through, and everybody is entitled to his own quality to deliver. And to an extent, I will tell you that we also have other people that can also deliver. But to a length, I will give 75%. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is up to the task to deliver Nigeria. That is my take on this.
Yes, I think saying that the president is up to the task, it's not enough. We want to see action. You understand? Yes. Before he became President Tinubu became president, he has always been an advocate of restructuring. I'm telling you, you can't continue to do something and expect a different result. And that is what we have experienced since 1999. We are doing same thing and we are expecting a different result. It's not possible. I expected somebody who is an advocate of restructuring. Recently, he told Nigerians, that one of the ways to address insecurity is to introduce state police. You understand? It's a way of restructuring this country, and that is what we expect to see. A situation where you see governors lamenting that they put a call at the commissioner of police, and then no action was done because he's waiting for IG to give him orders. You understand? That is how Nigerian lives have been reduced. You understand? So we expect a president that will be, thank God, in his own case, he has a National Assembly as an arm of the executive. They do not challenge him in any way. So why can't he send an executive bill to the National Assembly for them to kickstart, discuss on how to restructure, and they've got a solution. If you look at regional constitution that we are practicing, it's far better than what we have. There was peace, there was prosperity, until the military people collapsed the system and brought the centralized system that we run, that only makes the politicians rich and everybody is poor. Nobody is secure. Like saying, look at what Bago said, that people should resort to self-defense. How can a poor man who cannot eat, can he be able to afford AK-47 of 2 million naira or more? And having the AK-47 is not enough. You need ammunition to use the AK-47. You understand? How can they do? Is it possible? You see them shifting their responsibility to us. And I can tell you, they have solutions to the problem that we have. We talk about restructuring if you are made if you restructure Nigeria, for example, imagine state police, what it will produce in a very short time. Because you are making indigenous of the state police to protect their self. Their primary responsibility, okay, it is your state, this is AK-47. Identify the criminals among us. Who are those people coming to terrorize us? Now, government has empowered you with constitutionally empowered AK-47 to protect yourself. He said that, but why are we not seeing him taking action? I want to see action. I'm talking about that if President Tinubu failed to address security challenges, no president will do. I don't think that. I will still want to refer that as a political statement.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. James. Thank you.
Mike, good morning, our esteemed viewers globally, and good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, the viewers, and good morning, Mike. Likewise, and thank God for life, and thank God that we are still alive to be here this morning, and we are good to go.
All right, Kule, let me quickly talk to you on this. What Shehu Sani said about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If Tinubu fails, it will be difficult for another president to succeed. Is it only Tinubu that can take us to the promised land? And if he fails, should we blame Tinubu alone, or blame the entire system that produced it?
Definitely, I'm not going to pray that I will fail. Likewise, we keep to just continue to support him. We have to continue to support him because only president cannot get all this job done as it is. And why am I saying this? There's been a lot of trash on the ground that Nigeria needs to clear. And you see, average Nigerian never believe in their country. So the damages that was created through that slogan that which country will the country help? Will the country help? So nobody believe in Nigeria. So we have to have a rebuild of mindset of people. Then the president, for the president to have a way and to successive governance, to have a way of being successful in this governance. So I'm saying this because I see the mood of Nigerians, and I can say whatever. There's tribal issues. They've infused tribal, issues on it, and which will not take us to anywhere. And you see, what is so sad about what we are facing now is the input of the insecurity, likewise, which was an agenda, and the agenda of whom? Agenda of Usman Danfodio. And we knew, our leaders, our forefathers, they knew about this agenda, but the generation that came after them, they slept in slumber. And they caught us unaware, and that is where we are today. Insecurity in all our region, insecurity in all our states. So which way out? Their way out, the way out now is they are sponsor of this charlatan people. There are people behind them. Every crisis you see being perpetrated by this charlatan. I'm talking of the Boko Haram of this world. I swap. I'm talking of there's still even one now, the latest terrorist in town now, and any criminal events that are being perpetrated by these people, they are the supporters behind. And who are the supporters? They know themselves. They know themselves. They are the conquest agenda people. They are the Usman Danfodio boys that are practicing that conquest agenda behind the scene. And I can tell you,
even to you know that it's been difficult for him to tackle.
Yes, it's going to be difficult. It's difficult. Yes,
I don't think he has surrounded himself with incompetent people.
Not really incompetent people. It has been like that for a while. Under any time.
Let us talk about this present administration.
Yeah, it's not incompetent. At least it's getting some problems solved in Benue now. I think he went to Benue and he stabilized the Benue crisis. For now, I mean,
after that
again, there's a lot.
Kwara, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, person. The Kwara too. I think he was able to tame the insecurity in Kwara with all these bandits, all these bastards. I say, bandit bastard. And I can say wholeheartedly, the own president. Only the president cannot get the job done. Only the NSA cannot get the job.
Why are they there?
Why are they there?
Why is it?
Yes, what I'm saying is it solve the problem. I keep saying a slogan. You see something, you say something. In your community, you see a strange movement.
Well, we've seen something. I've been saying something.
And where are the people? I've never heard people say something. I don't know whether you have a space, you have a
condition that warrants you to know that you have to say that in in public or tell the people in power. I can tell you happily, Mike, our citizen, we need to be awake. When you say you should even adopt the Nigerian first, because all these people, they are intruding into all our territory.
Can you accept,
they are not Nigeria.
Can you accept and be sincere with yourself?
Yeah.
That the president has lost control over security.
It's not. He hasn't. At least there's still some. A lot of achievements and improvements. As it is, I keep saying the security we have in this country now, they are not they are not up to what's it called, the job as it is, and you can see nobody wants to do. Nobody. Yeah, they said we should go and join soldiers and join military.
Why won't you join?
Say me?
Yeah.
If first come to the worst, if it is to save my kids, I will join. If it is to save my family, I have to sacrifice that.
Why not join now?
This is now. Yeah, recruitment. If they can still adopt me at my age as it is, I'm ready to go.
You're ready to serve.
To serve my father's land. I'm ready. You know, not for my father's land alone, for my children's future. Because their future matters to me. I don't play with their future. So to me, anything they are bringing on the table for us, we need to, give them a counter attack as it is, because they don't want Nigeria to be won, and they know that they have to be the master upon us. Our brothers, they know themselves. They know why all this insecurity is happening. They know the people behind it, and that's why I always call them Mr. President, my president. Call out Malami, or what's it called? The former Malami. Call out Malami and let him start giving you the links of the people. Malami after what's it called? He said he discovered some sponsors.
What about the one that is around you?
The one that is around me?
You're talking about
NSA, you give it to NSA. The NSA.
Oh, we saw some governors negotiating with bandits.
It's not today. Bala Mohammed said. Bola Ahmed
said the president didn't see.
He see it. So they have autonomy. What can he do to them?
What can he do to bandits?
No, to the governor. He can. He has to negotiate. He has to do. He can deal. It can be easy for him to deal with the bad. No. You cannot. You see that. Can you allow me to talk? Can you allow me to talk? Let me land, please. Let me land, please.
If you suspend the governors of those states who are still so low and try to tarnish the image of the Nigerian people in Nigeria,
can you listen to me?
With terrorists, it does not happen anywhere in the world. It's not only happening in Nigeria. So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu now should what, suspend all those government, even if we has the better power to even jail them. No Nigeria person we actually come to say why is the president doing, because it is a very insane act under democracy, whereby governors are negotiating with terrorists and their work paparazzi and work to make them solve. So this Malami,
relax. So what they say? Come on, when you want to please.
Under the watch of Mr. President, and all those things is happening. They need to be taken.
You shouldn't be intruding.
They need to be jailed.
Oh,
okay. With immediate
did you know the time I'll be waiting for standing waiting for that? Respect your order. You have an order at home now. So what I'm saying, right? As the president is, he cannot take off a governor anyhow like that, because the humility has covered them. And as it is, if you want to take off a governor, you have to go through the House of Assembly of that governor and to impeach, him. And I can say what I believe, Mike. You see, we citizens, we need to wake up likewise. It's not all about blame game. If you love your Nigeria, especially this Gen Z of this world, Gen Alpha, in which this guy belongs to, they don't believe in anything. They don't believe anything good can come to Nigeria. The guy behind me here. That's how their generation. Yes, so the solution now has to come to togetherness. We stand. Divided, we fall.
Where shall we come together?
In the country, that is why we are appealing to you people that say you are not part of Nigeria any longer, you have to come back. 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 Majority of you that you said Nigeria is a dead land and that sort of thing, you have to rethink and come together so that we can rebuild, because we all enjoy this country and we all spoil this country and we all have to stand by this country. So to me, anybody that anything anybody want to say, you all spoil this country. You all benefited from this country. You are going nowhere. We all come together and I was in Nigeria too. We were in Cameroon. I was in Cote d'Ivoire. But I came back to rebuild, to add, to embark on the building of the nation. So thank you very much.
Mr. President, how would you describe the statement of Shehu Sani?
Is it Bago you say? Is it Shehu Sani you want to say? Which of the ones?
Shehu Sani first.
Shehu Sani first. You see, one is not. I'm not animated in any way. When you look at the entire statement that is coming out from the people in the corridors of power, at the corridors of power, it shows that it's not giving us any glimmer of hope. When you look at the entire security fractions here and there, but on paper, we have been made to know that the governors of their respective states, there is still a security officer, but in reality, they are all lame dogs. They cannot do anything. They are just like a dog that can only bark and cannot bite. Because most of them in their respective states, the commissioner in their state don't take order from them. It takes order from the IG. And if you call me a chief security officer of my state and I cannot dispense instruction to the security personnel in my state, then of what use is he going to, what value is he going to give to the security association of that state? But when you now look, I'm not really animated, I'm not excited. Because before the now, we had an experience where a chief of defense staff came to the public open to say that we should now try to learn some skills in martial arts. And if someone of that pedestal could come out and say something like that, does it not give you a notion that everything, there's no more hope again? Because you and I are not privy to the kind of information that he is privy to. Then when you now look at all these things, it all goes to show that it's a failed state. You remember the Indonesia experience of recent, when the president now got up and said that the ministers are not keen to his own vision. About 5 of the ministers were given the boot. Then why can't our own president do so? Because at times when we look at some things, I believe that if we want to keep pace with all other egalitarian society of the world, we have to do the needful. I'm afraid if all this this systemic failure in our body politic continue like this, then it shows that we are doomed.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. We move down to the comment section and what's the viewer saying there. Okay, Victor Prince says, I love Mr. Vincent. He's got great attitude. All right, thank you, Victor Prince.
Thank you, Mr. Beauty.
All right, Innocent says, APC always pay only to support APC. All right, so on to the next one. Okay, people are still talking about Mr. Kunle here. Are you in support of what Bago said? You just explained what CDS Musa said a few minutes ago.
Yes, if you
no payment of ransom, no negotiation.
Because I equally have mentioned on this platform that the most lucrative business now is kidnapping. Because people now use it as a conduit pipe to fend wealth to themselves. And when you look at it, the way everything is playing out, even in your own closet family unit, if they find out that you are so rich and you are not digital, then they could just plan a coup whereby they arrange a phantom kidnap and for them to collect money. That is what Nigeria has been turned to. We have gotten to an idea in our daily lives whereby everybody does not want to know. Their legitimacy now fly to the wind. Everybody use all manners of illegality to cut wealth to themselves, and which is not really, it's not funny. And if Bago could say that we should not be negotiating, because the more you continue to negotiate with extremists, bandits, the more you are even giving an acceleration to their all kind of business. Because if somebody will just sit and say, this person used to be a miscreant, now he's living large, then how come? And you now know that that person is is an outlaw, or somebody who is a kidnapper and is living well. You that went all through your years in schools and everything, there's nothing to show for it. Then you now begin to think twice. That's where evil thoughts and evil thinking starts setting in. And you know, we human beings, we have this perceptive notion about a particular thing. Then when we give a kind of a thought to it, we want to act likewise. I say, let me also take this route. If I succeed, I succeed. If I fail, I fail. That is what Nigeria has turned to. And if you now check the entire scenario as it has currently been played out, you will see that kidnapping is growing in leaps and bounds in our nation. And people are now seeing that it's not a racket, whereby people now see that, yes, I never knew that there's so much money embedded in this kind of a trade. That is why you see that even the entire, if you see that Nigerian security actors, they are already overwhelmed. Majority of them too are also complicit in this act. And I've seen a video whereby people that are meant to, as our custodians of our tradition and our beliefs, are also whining and dining with all these actors. Where is Toji Bello today? How come he appropriated so much instrument of warfare to himself and his youths? Yeah, how come? And you see, the whole thing is mind-numbing. It's crazy. Why would somebody then the guns, the ammunition that is being meant for our own security as a nation is being, and then we now got out to, we are not being seen in the hands of all these kidnappers and extremists.
Now, could self-defense be a sustainable solution to banditry or terrorism?
No, it's a failure of the state. We need to check our security architecture, holistic review or rejigging of our security architecture. If we must have a headway, if we not resort to self-defense, you resort to self-defense. How do you know that I am coming to your house to come and attack you? When you don't know, everybody has different tactics. You might even shoot somebody in error because you will think that that person is going to attack you, and maybe it's just coming on a friendly note. Then it's a failure and absence of good tactics to maintain a state.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, it says, Mr. Vincent, like your submission. All right, he likes your review. That's what I said here. Good morning to you, Benja.
Good morning, Mr. Matthew Adekule. And good morning, our reviewers, wherever that you are. May good Lord bless you, and you people that bless us, may you remain in place. May God keep on bless you and heal you people. And those who have not due, may God also bless you people. Thank you.
Insecurity. Looking at what Governor Bago said, that the citizens of Niger should take up, should resort to self-defense. Do you think this could be a solution to the crisis they are facing there?
Well, let me say, it is not only in Niger. Let me say, around Nigeria, around the nation. Now, this insecurity, no matter that they have already started with the past previous government in PDP, but it is not multiple as of now. Now, the federal government of Nigeria, where the militaries, they know where these people coming from, but they haven't acted. I don't know where they want to take that power. Is it from God Almighty, where they want to take the power? They say that they are coming to defend the nation, the citizen, but they are not defending them. But when I find out, both President the Chief of Army Staff, I don't think that they are doing a serious work. The motor they are driving, this lorry they are driving, they have already taken, the speed is much. which they cannot control it. They can't control this luxury that moving, that padlock. It's much for them. But I don't see anyone who will come into to control that, to stop the spirit of that luxury. I haven't seen anybody. But where I'm standing, by 2015, when US said that Nigeria would break out, that was 2015, where they announced it. But what they said, by now I'm seeing it, the way Nigeria is going is breaking out. If they say the president cannot stop it, the president, when he was the Lagos state governor, he handled Lagos. But to handle Nigeria, Nigeria is too big for him to handle. It's too big. And he himself, I have not seen the way the tactics where Mr. President will stop it.
So Nigeria is too big for Mr. President to
It's too big for him to handle. Let us have a
Is Nigeria too big for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to handle?
I am Mr. Parateni Okokondem. I thank God Almighty on behalf of all our fans all over the world. May God bless every one of them in Jesus' name. You see, the nation is not too big for Mr. President to handle it. This nation has been handling by other people before him. But the problem of Nigeria foundation is corrupt. And any president that comes in that you are not corrupt, you cannot be there. This is the problem Goodluck has. This is the problem Yaradua, the late Yaradua, which Goodluck succeeded, has. And now, if you come to insecurity in Nigeria, the most factor of preparators of insecurity in Nigeria are foreigners. Look at the Niger Delta Avengers, the time of Obasanjo. They are the indigenous people of the land. When Obasanjo used cane and carrots on them, we saw the result. When they enter and they come for NSC option, we saw the result. Jonathan era, everything was down. President Yaradua the left, used Jonathan as his vice to go and talk to his people. Because they're indigenous people. Jonathan went and talked to them. They calmed down. They asked them what is your grievances. They said, now you see how another better problem solved up to today. Because they are indigenous people of the land. People that are coming are not indigenous people of the land. They are importers, imported by local politicians to frustrate the local government. Now, the people have protested the government, go back that they're not going. Remember when Erufai was governor of Kaduna State, there's a demand they made of money, billions of naira. Erufai said that he cannot give it to them. That is too much. Now, these people have become out of control of the politicians that they brought them in to help them to fight the Jonathan regime. The Northerners were surprised that Jonathan accepted the election, that he was defeated, and to congratulate Buhari. Now, these people have made Nigeria their heaven on earth for realization, to make money, to go back to their country, to build their families up. See where the problem lies. Now, they take Islam is a meditation to cover up, to move ahead. But the only thing with Mr. Tinubu, I'm a man who loves Tinubu to be in that place, whether it's really fine or not. But that would not prevent me to tell him the truth. The Tinubu government is security matter failed woefully. It failed woefully. If Mr. President Ahmed Tinubu, the governor of Nigeria, can have that authenticity to free people from prison, have that identity, have that authority to give him marching order in Okoma, when they say civilians water army, for marching order to go and level them. We still have power to give marching order to flush this bandit or terrorist out from Nigeria. We still have the power. But I don't know what made him to be relaxing. Is it because they haven't entered Aso Rock that made him to be relaxing?
He said he failed woefully.
Woefully on security.
And don't you think it will be difficult for another president or future president to succeed if you said Tinubu failed woefully?
If future president will succeed
on security
security issues,
yeah.
It depends I'm talking the will of performances. You see where Tinubu fell.
Because Shehu Sani said it, that if Tinubu fails, it will be difficult for another president to succeed.
No, it will not be difficult. It depends on how Shehu Musa Shehu Sani supported the next president. Because the problem we are having, why Tinubu fail woefully? Because the North Kabat did not support Tinubu to fight insecurity, because they know this way. Because most of them, if Tinubu come and now say, okay, the names of the list of the sponsors of Boko Haram, are they ghosts? Is it people in the south, especially the terrorists in the north? Is the southern politicians sponsoring them? Now, if the list come out, they will not be come out. Do not be surprised that some of the northern treasury rulers may be there. So they don't have the will to back Jonathan up to support to stop insecurity. I mean, sorry, Tinubu up to stop insecurity. And people don't want to step on their toes. This is why he fell woefully. And now everybody is blaming him. But the people behind the failure, nobody is blaming them.
All right, apart from that, Mr. Felix,
Yes, sir.
on the no ransom, no negotiation policy of Bago, can other governors apply this policy?
Well,
No ransom payment,
no.
no
First,
negotiation.
First and
with
foremost,
bandits.
first and foremost,
they apply this
first
policy?
and foremost, I want to say we need to declare emergency on the nation. Why I say the emergency on the nation? All the politicians, they should scrap all of them. Let them go for at least 6 months, because there is no smoke without fire. All the politicians know something about it. Some area of Nigeria, there are a lot of bandits. There are some areas where you supposed not to declare state of emergency, declare state of emergency. Nigeria as a whole need an emergency. We need people that can fix this thing. We need military that can fix this thing. Look at Mali and Burkina Faso. Look at them. Have you, when last did you hear that they are terrorizing, that they are bandits? The civilian has failed us. They have failed us. They have failed us.
So you want military regime?
Let military come back. Let them fix up this place. We are more than 200 million people. Only 20,000 people are enjoying this thing. My brother, there's hunger in the land. There's insecurity in the land. Everything is not working. It's a big slap on. It's a big slap on us. In Burkina Faso, they took away the elected and the military took over. The country is moving on fine. It's a big slap on us. Politicians know something about all these things. The late Sani Abacha said that if insecurity continue within 24 hours, the government, the power, knows something about it. I heard my colleague saying that if you can call the name, he knows all they know all these people. We should not be pumping. Certain things on the surface and be wrapping it on the head. They know something about it. All the politicians know something about it, and most of them, what they are doing is that if you cannot beat them, they gladly go and join them. That's my own humble take, sir.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Felix. I really appreciate your support them. Thank you. Your conclusion.
Well, I won't want to go by what the Sani said, but if you have to look at it, there's always a little sense in it. But how credit
It will be difficult for another person to succeed.
Yeah, that one is not even a business.
Anyone is transforming the country now. Yeah?
If we have another president,
the policies on ground, the reforms, and all of that,
the policies
if
are
it fails, it will be difficult for another person to.
No, if he fails, and the question is why should he fail? If someone will fail when he don't have a pillar, a child will go astray when they doesn't have a parent, mother, father, family, loved ones to support, and share him up that will encourage him to do better. So if the president fail, it's in the hand of the state governors. So if they want everything to work fine for the president and they actually have Nigeria at heart, they are going to do all it takes to provide information and solution for the president. And if the president is not going by this, let them come. I submitted so to the president this on this, but over 1 year he has not done anything about it. We will know that you have done your own part. It is not the president that is not doing anything. If another president come, definitely he will tackle insecurity. But one of the things as the president of which I will actually do is by why do Nigeria not have border, fence border? US and other countries, they have the border fence. So one of the things you do as president is to come and what? Have the Nigerian border fence. Let us know that this is our country. And no one can go in from either Ogun State side or Ondo side or Kwara side to other countries. Let us camp ourselves inside. So where you now want to pass, even Ghana have their own border fence also. They did it in their own way and it's working for them. And there have not been issue of Boko Haram or bandits, from here to their country anymore. So we have to work on our borders and afterwards sanitize the Nigerian military. Those who during their time of broad fight, repentant Boko Haram that are inside the Nigerian military, they are giving them information. They say, "Want a thief, na thief." You understand? Let them fish them out. I'm very sure the Musa was actually the top ranking officer when Buhari was there. So what was his contribution then by bringing in Boko Haram and the like that have killed innocent people into the Nigerian force? So all those things, Rama said military cannot take over. It's not even the right thing to do. Because as for me, for now, the Nigerian military, I do not trust the whole system.
Thank you
so that is just it.
Suma. Oh, how are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
It's been a while.
Really, indeed, it's quite an age.
Yeah.
It's good to be back on the program. It's very, very interesting.
I'm about to end the program, but let me just give you a few minutes.
No problem. It's welcome all the same.
The state of the nation now, what can you say about it?
Especially with respect to which particular aspect?
The APC government.
The APC, of
work in
course.
progress.
I believe you're on course. And the ship of state is sailing. The ship of our state is sailing. We're on course. We're making progress. We're making headway. We're getting there. Of course, we are not where we are meant to be yet. But to me, candidly, I want to be honest. Okay. I'm of the school of thought that we are making immense progress. We are making tremendous progress in the scheme of things.
The economy?
Yes, of course, in the economy. But I want to be honest with myself. In my part of the country, I know how much I was buying a module of gari, a module of edibles in general, gari, beans, rice, vegetables. This time last year, this time 15 years ago, and I know what obtains today. It's a far cry from what obtains. And that's why I was chatting with somebody 2-3 days ago. He said, what a magic, what a government, what a spectacular display. The norm, the practice in Nigeria has been that nothing goes up and ever comes back in Nigeria. But the reverse is the case under the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
The bag of rice is now 50,000.
So because a bag of rice that used to be 97,000 naira 2 years ago is now going for 55,000 naira. The practice, the trajectory in Nigeria has always been that whatever goes up, it really comes back again. But here we are again, the same bag of rice. And the bag is that I was selling for 95,000, is now selling for 55,000. To God be the glory. So a lot of credit goes to tactician, magician, Shehu Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his economic team headed by Wale. Kudos to them. We commend them. Of course, I recall, let me quote this from the immortal award, the late Chief of Afema. He said, even when the wars of your political detractors, the wars of your political adversaries, when they do anything commendable, endeavor to commend them. It's not always all the time we talk about criticism, armchair criticism. The government is bad, government is wicked, they are doing nothing, they are not. So occasionally when they do anything laudable, let's endeavor, let's be fair, let's be objective. Security. On security, there is a whole lot of place we need to improve upon, and we need to improve upon. But again, if you want to be honest with ourselves, you want to be sincere with ourselves, you and I know quite well that the security of Nigeria today, as it were, is a far cry, is a little better than what obtained 2-3 years ago, when Boko Haram banditry, kidnapping, and all sort of kidnapping, all sort of atrocity.
When
they were having a feed day,
bringing up,
they're
coming up.
Of course, I know what's happening, especially in Kwara. The orgy of violence has taken place as the devil that place this past 3 months. I'm not unaware. I know quite well. A whole lot has to be done. A whole lot needs to be done in the scheme of things. But again, we must give credit to them, especially for the advances we have made in containing the excesses of Boko Haram, banditry, kidnapping for ransom, especially in the east, in the east and in the Niger Delta. So we have tremendously improved, and it's come to BRS to the BRS minimum compared to what obtained 2-3 years ago. But we still have a long way to go. We still have some untouched aspects of our national life in terms of incentivizing the military guys on the field. We need to encourage them. We need to further motivate them in terms of financing, in terms of the work environment, the condition of service, in terms of materials, in terms of arms and ammunition with which they work with, in terms of everything, in terms of intelligence gathering, looking for partnering, synergizing with the civil society. A whole lot has got to be done. I agree. We are not there yet, but we are gradually making steady, reasonable progress in the scheme of things, even security.
Shehu Sani said something yesterday, which we discussed
earlier on.
Yeah, he said if Tinubu fails, it will be difficult for our future presidents to succeed.
Definitely, considering all that's been made these past 2 years in terms of policies, in terms of reforms and what have you. So, if at the end of the day, despite all the highfalutin media frenzy about policies and all the effort, at the end of the day, now faced, there will be political apathy, like political aloofness, indifference in the land. People will lose interest in the scheme of things. They will lose interest in governance, in politics generally. There will even be voters apathy because people will lose confidence in the system, and they feel like nothing is working, nothing is functioning, nothing can thrive again. And so we have come to the end of the road. Why go out and vote? Why go out and contribute? Why go out and make effort? After all, successive government, right from the days of military down to civilian, right from the days of First Republic down to the present moment, they are not making. It's always been a series of promises after promises.
Doesn't mean that we don't have any other person that can fix the country.
Of course,
from Tinubu.
I don't belong to that school of thought, and that would be unreasonable. That would be unrealistic. Nobody is superhuman. Nobody is superhuman. Of course, that's what we call delusion of grandeur. It will amount to a very great delusion to believe that an individual is superhuman to the extent that is indispensable. God has never created such a man who is indispensable. Anybody can be dispensable. So he's talking about governance. This governance is a continuum. So you do your best and you leave the rest for the incoming man. So nobody can finish it. There is no fix-it-all government anywhere. Even in civilized crimes, in Senate societies, in America and whatever, all those big names we hear about today, people like Eric Shinga, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, they only did their best. Bill Clinton, Obama, you try your best so that you be on the right side of history.
All right, before I let you go, briefly, what's your take on the protest we embarked on Monday? That's on the detention of Mazen Nambikano, the leader of
the protest was a needless one. It's a needless one. It's unwarranted. It's uncalled for.
There
was no need for it. In any case, with the kind of information available to us, Nambikano being in prison today is just simply because he wants to be there. He's the only guy with the information available to us. He's the one stalling his release. So because he's been given some certain conditions upon which he will be released, but which he failed to comply. He failed to sign the paper, believing that of course that's what we call zero-sum game. You see that you want Nigeria to terms and conditions. Of course, you and I know quite well. It can't work. You have your own terms. I have my own terms and conditions as well. By the time every individual now comes up with his own terms and conditions upon which the federation will work, then there will be anarchy, there will be chaos. So Nigerian can be held to ransom by a single individual. You can't be giving all those ridiculous conditions to the state as to how things will operate. Things must we must pander to your whims and caprices. It's not done. it's not done. So people in his kitchen cabinet, people in his inner caucus, it's that time they got him advice, properly counsel as to the need for him to soft pedal, to lie low, and to allow things to flow. There are better ways to agitate, there are better ways to advocate, better ways to. It's better to judge than to war. And to go and rehearse with the government of the day, go and table in a much more civilized way, non-violent, non-injurious way, go and table whatever.
You are aware the court previously was discharged him.
Discharge, of course, I'm not unaware. But you and I know quite well as well that the security of the state it should be paramount. It's much more germane than whatever court ruling. If the intelligence report, the security report available to Mr. President indicates that releasing this guy is going to be perilous, going to be at the detriment of the state, it's going to be so fatal for the continuous peaceful existence of this polity. So the president, having sworn to protect the integrity, the peace, the security of this country, is duty bound to do the needful, even though it entails holding him. So I belong to that school of thought that he's got to see reason with the government. Things are gradually improving.
So political solutions.
So I'm of that school of thought. That's always been my take. Beyond the courtroom. So it's that time we come to a round table to deliberate as to finding a political solution to the problem. It goes beyond the courtroom. The courtroom. I recall on several occasions the activists of old, the likes of Ganify, the likes of Onogorua, on several occasions, even in the days of military, they were granted release on compassionate ground, on political grounds. And so at times they will be released to traditional rulers, at times they will be released to community leaders, just to foster peace and unity, just to embrace peace. So Kanu, as it stands, so she will also fall in, she will also comply, so that peace will reign. We need peace in that region, in the eastern part of the country. It should play ball, it should cooperate, so for his own peace, for his own sanity as well, and for the sanity of his people. And we thank God today. More and more of his brother, more and more of his kids and kings, brothers from the east, they are trying to see reason, as can be seen in the spate of defections coming by governors from his part of the country. They are beginning to see reason. They are beginning to align with the progress being made by the government of the day. They can see that the government means well for them. They are making progress. Yes, now, of course, even the walls of critics, the walls of detractors of this government at inception, today they are singing another song. They singing a different song. Talk of foreign direct investment, talk of the inflation rate being dropped, talk of the growth rate, the GDP, and all of that is being to their favor, to their credit.
Thank you so much.
So
it's been a wonderful time with you. All right.
It's a lovely experience. I've been back on the program.
Wow.
Once again, my name is Johnson Akao.
All right. Hope to see you tomorrow.
I'll be around.
All right. I'll give you a call. All right. Thank you so much. All right. To the viewers on the platform, we say thank you for joining us this morning. We'll be back here tomorrow. Yeah, as usual. I can see Buki Astrop in the comment section. I say good morning to you. We appreciate your presence here today. The footballer filter, thank you for joining us. Big Prince, the big fish, all the way from United Kingdom. Say thank you for joining us. Wisdom indeed, they also joined us. Olusegun Olu joined us. Thank you for joining us. GOA Williams Okameme, Andrew Okunjimi, Augustine Efemoni, Omorebe, Ibinogwa, the Palace, King Harry, that's Niger Boy, Jasmine Blessed, Babaya Yagali, Blessed One, and many men. Daddy, the Woto Pro Max viewer there, we appreciate your presence. The Odimo also, also joined us. Thank you all. Udoze Chima, is still in Nigeria. Udoze still in Nigeria. All right, we'll be back here tomorrow. Please, if you're joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe to the channel. Also share the program. Tell people what is going on at the stand. Quick Penny, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate your engagement as well. All right, everyone on the platform, please stay safe. Goodbye.